What's going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you my IchibanCon haul greeting meeting stars video, which I was hoping to get out as soon as I could. I've been busy, but definitely this haul is going to be pretty small. As far as the convention, before I even get to that, the convention for us was about an hour and a half away. It was rainy. It was an experience, honestly. By now I'll have the video of us trying the food. I didn't really get to really talk about the food because we were starving when we got out of there. We wanted to go to the food trucks there, but unfortunately they were actually out of food. And there was a lot of people, honestly. I thought that it was a ton of people that I wasn't expecting. The guests, honestly, were a bit of a surprise because they weren't ones that I were like, exceedingly wanting to meet. But I was like, wait a minute, they've done some good stuff. There's done some notable work that I've enjoyed in the past, and I got a lot of information out of it. Firstly, the panel, which I didn't record because they requested that we didn't, was about if you guys want to be a voice actor, it's a business. And, for those that are watching this and want to be in the business of voice acting, my word to you is definitely get some knowledge. Get some basics. Don't go in thinking, because I'm told by 5 or 10 people, your family, your friends, you got a great voice, you should do voice acting. Be humble. Let that be nice. It's cool to have people to support you. Sometimes people that you would think support that should be supporting you aren't supporting you, and sometimes it's totally strangers. And I've noticed that too. When it comes to YouTube and stuff like that. So if you're really interested in something, sometimes people aren't always going to be as supportive, and that's okay, because other people that you would think support you don't, but others that will be there more than you realize. And I've honestly come to realize that now, later in life. I've come to understand that sometimes you got to look towards other people for support, and and stuff like this. You got to press on. You got to push on. You got to want to be. If you're wanting to do this, you got to put in the work, and that's something that I was really taken away from. Like I mean, taken by it. Like it was great information. For those that want the info, look at I want to be a voice actor.com. That is something that I've heard many guests talk about that website. That is a great place for information. Businesses, I mean, the person behind it is Willie D. Baker, a very well known person in both, the regular voice community and actors alike. They know who he is. He has had a presence, and he's given a lot of information. And so I was very surprised by that. I really enjoyed it. Very informative. I haven't had a panel like that I've seen where, because it was done by Derek Stephen Prince, and he was very professional about it. He even showed some of his equipment that he was working with. And it doesn't even take that much. Like right now, I am recording on my phone. It's just the way I do it. I like doing it on my phone. I don't need to get the fancy camera, the lighting, though. The lighting in here kind of sucks. Got one light bulb out, and it's just you know, it's what you want it to be. So, put in the work if you're into that thing. If not, then it is on you. But moving on from that, I also enjoyed, hearing Billy West. And in the previous video, you guys will see that, or saw that, or if you haven't, go check it out, man. Check out the video. It's not much, but he was a personality that I didn't think I'd ever like. I love him in Futurama. I liked him and all of the stuff that he's done. I was surprised by looking at all the work he has done, and man, it's childhood. Just like people like Tom Kenny that I've met. That's childhood for me right there, and I have a lot of respect for this man. Uh, it was funny to see that we had that fire drill. Someone pulled, I don't know if it was someone vaping, someone was pulling a prank, but we had to be out there outside for a while, and it wasn't pretty. It was kind of rainy, it was cloudy, and I was like telling my wife, I was like, we gotta stay around the national treasure that is Billy West. But she's like, no, I want to go to food truck. And, that's where we saw that there wasn't food, and it is what it is there. But I mean, he was a chill person. He was very approachable, funny, and I just enjoyed his, his commentary, his thoughts, and stuff like that. His just, being him. Being so chill and just. I respect him for that. I respect all of them. Brian Donovan, the voice of Rock Lee. I very much enjoyed him. He hasn't done conventions much because he's been busy with other work. He's working on a documentary, which I kind of understand. I respect that. But this is his sixth convention, I believe he said that he went to. So I felt very honored to be one of the first that he's gone to, and he was very chill, very nice, kind of like a surfer voice kind of guy. It was just cool to meet. So I did enjoy it. But enough of me blabbering. I want you to show you some of the stuff that I got. This is from Derek Stephen Prince. He is the voice of Shino. There is no Funkos on these guys. This was upsetting me. There isn't any Funkos. He signed my name on there. Parasitic insects. And, yeah, I mean, Shino is a great character in Naruto. He's also done the voice of the Digimon Emperor back in Digimon Adventures, excuse me, the second part, and it was cool to see how he got the role. He also talked about very briefly, excuse me, about how they weren't sure that he would get the role, and it's funny because he blew their minds when he did it, and they were very surprised and he got the role. So he was also Vmon, so that was also cool. He was Elgar in Power Rangers Turbo. If you guys remember that villainous guy with like the penis-shaped head, that was him. So that was kind of cool. Then, like I've already talked about him, Brian Donovan. As you guys see, he was Davis. So it's funny because not only is he the voice of Davis, but Derek is the voice of the Digimon Emperor, which was his rival back then. It was like toe to toe. These guys did the fusion with their Digimon, which was really cool. And he's done Naruto, obviously, and he's done a couple other things that I'm personally not really familiar with. But it was really cool, and like I said, he's been working on his documentary, so most of his focus and his time has been gone to that. He was also the voice of the Jetix guy, which I now hear it. It was really epic when that Jetix came. So it was like the equivalent of Steve Bloom when he was doing, well, he still is doing the Toonami character. So it was cool. Again, no Funko. It was hard to find something that was collectible. So, and a man that I've already talked about, Billy West. It's funny. It was signed to me and my wife. A bunch of characters. He's done Doug, Ren and Stimpy, Futurama. He's not a big Trump supporter fan, and I'm okay with. I like that. I'm not a fan myself. I don't mean to be political on the channel. Never do I want to show my political sides on that because it's a mess. But he's not the most likable guy. Some people support him. I'm just like, eh. But this guy, it was funny because, quick story here. I don't remember the name of that character, but he's a lot like Trump, and he's done the voice, and he's done all these things with like tweets of Trump and voiced by him. So it was kind of funny to hear. And another quick story was that he was going to be drafted to go to Vietnam back in the day. He actually decided that instead of being drafted, which is something he was never a fan of, he was all about music back in the day and stuff like that, radio. He actually decided to drink a whole gallon of salt water. Which was crazy because my wife, when she was hearing the story, she was like, "Oh my God, how did he not die?" And I'm thinking, damn, he must have been really thirsty. Like, I hope he was okay. And he was. He said, "I didn't want to go to war. I hated Nixon for it." And funny enough, he's also said that the character, because he's done Richard Nixon's head, he said that his voice is actually in Nixon's library. And that's cool. Like, he's actually kind of like mocking Nixon as he's dead. Like, it's being played over. Like, it's recognized worldwide. And it's his voice, the character that he played, is just there. So that's funny. I think that's hilarious. Poetic justice, even. And it was just funny to hear that. And now to get to some goodies, we met Tiffany Grant. Now, I haven't watched Evangelion yet. And I don't want to get crap for it. I just don't. But this is authentic. It came from her table. We wanted to get a Laura signed thing, like maybe one of the ones we've already had. Unfortunately, we didn't. She didn't have anything, and we didn't get anything in time this was kind of like last minute on my part to plan this, and I wish I could have had something better to be signed, but I'm still appreciative of what we had. But her, since Asuka and her kind of are, and Laura are kind of similar, she kind of combined it, which was cool. I really liked that. And so she wasn't able to, but she signed it, and she was really cool. She was very approachable. She was really nice. Hopefully, I get to meet her again, and I have maybe something Laura signed. And by then, hopefully, I can watch this. I've heard it's a classic. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people like it. So it's with any other series, and so I want to give it an actual chance. But to end it, we also had a little stand here where they had free manga. And it was cool because I have no idea what these mangas are. And it was just nice to have free manga. So if you guys are following the main channel, you guys would know about my manga hauls. And I have plenty coming. Hopefully, maybe two more videos of manga hauls that I have on the main channel if you guys would want to check that out. But like I said, it was an experience. I really enjoyed meeting these guys. It was fun. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I really liked it. And honestly, I look forward to hopefully seeing them again in in the future. Like I said, the fire drill was definitely something. Also, kind of like on a serious note, there was a girl having a panic attack, and it made me think on something, which I'll probably talk about in a different video because I don't want to make it sad. But it made me think that people have these little moments, panic attacks and stuff like that, but they go to anime or stuff like this, fandoms, and they latch onto them, and it's like their salvation, and it's something maybe will probably be on a podcast that I will initiate very, very soon. I've been holding back on it, but that'll probably be my first topic, why people think anime is their salvation, and my personal experience on it. So, that'll be it, guys. I don't want to sound too sad or deep because this isn't this kind of video. But definitely, if you haven't checked out my manga haul videos or my previous video on the vlog itself, check it out, guys. I'd greatly appreciate it, though. And as always, though, stay safe, guys. Take care of yourselves and definitely take care of others. And I will catch you later.